Aloha everyone, I'm Dr. BethAnne. I'm an author, intuitive psychologist, and empath, and I craft content designed for highly sensitive souls, those who identify as highly sensitives, empaths, and intuitives, and spiritually open, and those who are drawn to that, even if you don't quite know if you identify with that. So we have been talking about self-acceptance for the month of September and looking at different ways to bring more self-acceptance into our lives. And today I want to talk about the idea of self-grace. Now, grace is something that is often talked about. Self-grace, that's not a term that I've heard a lot, which is why I wanted to introduce it into our dialogue. When I think of grace, like just more like universal grace, I think of softness. I think of giving merit based on like nothing more, no deservedness. You don't have to earn it. It just is. Like the universe loves us, and there's grace in that. We don't have to earn it. We are inherently loved. That is grace. Grace is when a friend says, "I'm so sorry, I'm running late," and you say, "It's fine, no big deal," and there's sort of this breath that you give it because you really mean that. You know, you understand that life is hard and they were dropping their kid off or something like that. Grace is any time we are able to navigate life with a little bit more softness and breath, and instead of sort of a rigid should, this is how it needs to happen, there's an openness to it and an ease and a flow. You know, grace is really favor that we're given that's not merited, it's not deserving. That's kind of an old-fashioned definition of it, but I really think about grace as a blessing or a gift that we don't have to do anything to earn it, it just is. And sometimes we give that grace to others where we give them a blessing or a gift of patience or time or forgiveness, and they didn't do anything to earn it. We just offer it to them. How can we offer that to ourselves? Because that's what self-grace is. It's learning to take that same grace that we might extend another person, where we give them a break, or we say, but you had a hard day, it's fine. And it's learning to take that same energy and turn it around. So like we look in the grace mirror and start to see our own reflection in it. Grace is offering ourselves forgiveness. Self-grace is offering ourselves compassion. Self-grace is offering ourselves a break. It is not being so hard on ourselves when we think we should have done better, and maybe just giving ourselves, whether we give ourselves a pass or we say, hey, try at it again tomorrow, human being. Today was a tough one. Self-grace is bringing a softness to our relationship with ourselves, a gentleness, a willingness to be quicker to forgive and to let it go than we are to judge and hang on. I'm going to say that again. It is a willingness to be quicker to forgive and let it go than we are to judge and hang on. That right there is self-grace. So my question for you is, what area in your life can you be quicker to forgive and let it go that right now you're judging and you're hanging on to? I know we all have them. We all have them. We all have that stuff that we say, I should have known better, I'm smarter than that, the perfectionist in me wanted to do it this way and I blew it. We all have those areas that we're hanging on to, and we're being punitive, we're being judgmental, we're being rigid, we are shoulding on ourselves. So how can we find the areas that we're quick to forgive and let it go, and like just send it away with breath, send it out into the universe, let it dissolve into the light? That is self-grace, and that is my encouragement for you today, that you think about the idea of self-grace and begin to find the areas of your life where you can bring that in to have a more gracious, loving experience with yourself. Aloha and light. If you are looking for more support, you can find me on my website. I do one-on-one mentoring, and I do one-on-one spiritual guidance, and also intuitive readings. I also have a whole bunch of free resources up, or you can subscribe to this station where I do daily content designed to inspire, uplift, and support the journey of the highly sensitive soul. Have a beautiful one, and I will be back tomorrow.